out here in the Western Conference going head-to-head.
And, Kevin, they know each other well. They expect to meet potentially in the postseason, and I would expect a playoff atmosphere tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Here's Brown. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Pass to Reed. Randle against Jokic. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And the basket by Gordon.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
For 3, Edwards. Not going to go that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
Now Edwards, following the three-point attempt by Jokic. And Anthony Edwards hits from deep. Edwards got 6.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
They grab their own miss, and it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
From deep, Jokic. Julius Randle with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Fires the 3. Edwards, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Denver's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. From deep, Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
McDaniels gets a wide-open look, and the 3 ball is good.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Here's Jokic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Gordon. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo passes to Randle to the middle. There's 39 seconds left in the first. And Randle throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Murray. Still without a basket. Here's Jokic. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Fires for three. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Randall with a screen for McDaniels. Another shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Absorbing contact really well. Randall will get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now Jokic. Gordon with a screen on Reed. Jokic against DiVincenzo. Murray kicks to Jokic. That three off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's McDaniels to the inside. Here's Reed. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And the layup's good off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
Reed against Jokic. The tray. Jokic from distance.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Edwards dishes to Randall, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
There's a minute 47 left in the second quarter. The Timberwolves again can't hit to the paint. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom! Reed
against Jokic. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo from beyond the arc and then some. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in two-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in three-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gordon with the screen for Jokic. Here's Brown. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. That's a 2 from Randall. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Taking it himself, Randall changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
Down low, here's Murray. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Joe Ingles is out there with Miller. Then it's Conley, and it's Gobert in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these spots. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Here's Westbrook. Charge, just screen on Conley. Here's Westbrook. And he lays it straight in. Westbrook's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Denver.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Alexander Walker. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Nuggets trail by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Charge, just screen on Conley. It's Westbrook with the try. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Alexander Walker passes to Conley. A 3 hits the 3-point bomb. Conley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Shot clock at 3. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Watson kicks to Westbrook. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Chunchar. And again, Denver no good. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Led by as many as 14 points. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen by Conley. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Stolen by Westbrook. And here they come. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, you watch Westbrook play, and he seems like he's relentlessly hungry and borderline angry. He never settles, always in full attack mode.
Miller outside. Pass to Ingles. That's at 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker finds Ingles. Another miss by Minnesota. The Nuggets trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Chunchar. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Chunchar's got his first 2 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Here's Conley. Pass to Ingles. Over Watson. Ingles can't get it to go. Here's Denver now. They're on an 11-3 run. Strother. They get it again. Here's Chunchar. Covered by Miller. Westbrook passes to Chunchar. Westbrook with it. Conley picks him up. They now take the lead. And now that's 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
Late in the shot clock, the ball in Russell Westbrook's hands. You can rest easy.
Miller outside. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Plays it up and banks it in. Miller's got his first points of the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Boy, when you combine Westbrook's athleticism with the ferocity that he plays with, hard not to foul him inside.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Westbrook with a screen for Jokic. Over Gobert. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Here's Alexander Walker. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Denver. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. And a wide open look for Porter. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now, here's Ingles. Miller with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, You almost are forced to take it.
Got that one up quick.
A true sniper from long range. Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Picked his pocket and pushing it up. Here's Denver. There's the three. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in for three. Gordon. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got 6 rebounds now in the game. Edwards finds Reed. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Got a piece of it. Offensive rebound. Randall from outside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Murray. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Angle with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Randall from outside. That's no basket. His 3rd miss in 8 tries. Jokic passes to Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 7 points for Aaron Gordon.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Jokic kicks to Murray. Back to Jokic. Porter a screen on Randall. The drive by Jokic. Porter outside. Nailed from 3-point land. Porter's got the game tied up here for Denver.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here's DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Fade away. Another miss by Minnesota.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. Led by as many as 14 points.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Reed against Jokic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Who's back up? In the corner, it's Gordon. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. To the paint. And Reed throws it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Randall passes to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards on the bounce. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Unloads. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Here's Minnesota. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Randall. From deep 3-point territory. He's off on that one. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For David.
game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. Outside, Green puts up a deep 3. Curry, no good. Edwards looking for an opening. Randall on the screen. Edwards with it. Now Podziemski defending. The 3, Randall knocks down the long J.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The 3, DiVincenzo. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Podziemski from outside, off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Nas Reed has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Nas has got big-time game.
The 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Golden State. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, the fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And here are the Warriors now, following the score by Minnesota. And here's Curry for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. And a miss there on the triple.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Curry's shot is off.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now here's Butler. On the wing, Curry. And it's Green off the drive. The kick out, Curry. DiVincenzo with a steal. Randall on the screen. McDaniels passes to Reed. Back to Daniels. And stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Warriors. Moody from outside. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Reed, a screen on Curry. McDaniels from long range. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Curry. Still without a bucket. No good again that time.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Pass to McDaniels. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State. Now here's McDaniels. Tight defense on him. In transition, here come the Warriors. And again, no good by Golden State. The Timberwolves lead by 5. DiVincenzo on the wing. Gets the 3 ball to go. DiVincenzo's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Poke loose. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Now here's Randall. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Moody with it. McDaniels covering. Lets the three fly. Moody misses.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now Butler. Pass to Pajemski. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Now here's Moody. Yet to see a basket. Butler finds Curry. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
You cannot give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Now here's McDaniels. He has 6. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here's Butler outside. They grab their own miss. Pass to Green. Outside Pajemski. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Oh, the soft touch. Stephen Curry.
Well, you can see that Steph Curry has got great court awareness. Doesn't matter that the shot clock is coming down. He gets to his spots.
The offensive rebound. The kick out to Edwards. Launches it. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Oh, that's why they call him Money Green.
How about the agility and footwork of Draymond Green? Boy, for a big man, he is so good at knifing his way inside.
Pass to Randle. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, BA, I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch if what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Pajemski with it. Picked up by Reid. On the wing, Curry. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with a 3. Warriors trail by 12. Outside Butler. Curry, a screen on Reid. And here's Butler outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
The 3, DiVincenzo. Book it. And it's Randle with the assist. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end, on time and on target with the pass.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now that's exactly what you want to see. Aggressive basketball at its best.
Punched it home with as much power as he could. Butler can't get it to go.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Curry. There's the triple. Outside Moody. Here's the three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Left side, Edwards. Buries it from 3. Edwards has got 8 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the...
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll. They're taking about the side.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been quite a game for Dante DiVincenzo.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. They've got Jonathan Kuminga. He's out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Hield in at shooting guard. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Mike Conley wanted to make sure the momentum was not swinging the other direction, so he answers with a 3.
Hield passes to Kuminga. Back to Hield. Pass to Kuminga. Minnesota with a rebound. Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Conley looking for an opening. Takes a 3. Kuminga pulls it in. Warriors trail by 17. Pass to Hield. Here's Post. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
I think that's going to stick with them for a while. Huge mistake at a critical juncture in the game.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Outside Conley. The 3 is up. Not going to go that time.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And the Warriors miss again. Minnesota leading by 17. Here's Miller going inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Pass to Post. Hield, a screen on Gobert. Out to Hield. 3-pointer. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Ryan, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point, right?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Here's Gobert. Miller outside. Ingles, a screen on Payton. Miller. Offensive rebound. Outside Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. The 3. No good. The Warriors have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Hield against Miller. Hield passes to Payton. Here's Spencer. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Hield for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Hield's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, Buddy Hield saves the day. Had to put it up in a hurry. Great concentration.
Conley, he's open. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And here's Kuminga for 3. Miller pulls it in. And it's Conley with the ball for the T-Wolves. 22 was their biggest lead. Here's Alexander Walker. On target from range. Alexander Walker's got 6.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And here's Minnesota now. They're on an 11-3 run. From deep, Conley. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Ingles. He has 6.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch and shoot game. All right, Mike.
Payton finds Kuminga, puts up a 3. And it's Hield missing. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Miller with it. Payton covering. Unloads. Gobert no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And Hield puts up a deep 3. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending quarters. Well,
And so it's Minnesota with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Butler against Randle. Fader on the way. Hauled in by Curry.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away. Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And Edwards slams it in.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Butler can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. From outside the arc, the Warriors pull it in. Butler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lets a floater go. Curry, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. And here's Edwards outside. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Butler can't get it to go.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Pure from 3-point range.
I think defensively, you're thinking you have to play Butler to drive it, right? So he senses that and pulls up on a dime.
Edwards, a pass to Reed. DiVincenzo on the wing. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And here's Butler outside. Ooh, poked away. The dive for the ball. Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Back to Daniels. Launches a three. Kept alive. Randall, the pass to Reed. The three, DiVincenzo. From downtown. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. DiVincenzo's got 6 here in the quarter.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
McDaniels passes to Reed. Out to DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range. Golden State has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
McDaniels from long range. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Outside Pajemski. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Pass to Reed. Randall outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A slam dunk by Reed.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
He gets it in there.
Well, it's incredible to see the touch on the teardrop that Steph Curry brings to the table. And it takes a kind of precision and knowledge to make that shot.
For 3, DiVincenzo knocks down the long J.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some. He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 16-7 run. DiVincenzo with it. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Fires from way outside. Oh, what a shot! That was from way downtown.
Nice.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris.
given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Moody. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. Just 3 to shoot. Butler from outside. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. Here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Some solid defense from Butler.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And the shot goes down.
And this is where Green looks to score. He's comfortable and confident down low.
Now, here's Jokic. On the wing, Murray. Curry with the steal. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. From outside, off the mark. Here's Golden State now. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Curry, here we go. Denver grabs the miss. From deep. A nice shot by Brown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Now, here's Moody. Not a lot of room. They set the screen. It's Curry outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You knew it was coming because Steph, this man loves a good duel.
Here's Brown. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Murray, good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Green. Wide open. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, Green knows he has to act fast, so he wastes no time finding the shot.
We'll now go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Coach Adelman. David.
We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said Curry makes your entire 5 guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thanks, David. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Here's Jokic, following the basket by Draymond Green. Jokic passes to Murray. A three-pointer, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Three-pointer, Payton. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. On defense, Denver. 4-point game.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Murray from deep three-point territory. And again, Denver no good. Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. It's Curry outside. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. for three. Porter, no luck. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Moody. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets trail by 4. Shoots the 3. That's good from Porter on the assist by Jokic.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside for Curry. Outside, Green. Three-pointer, Butler connects from three-point range.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Clock at 6. Porter with the screen for Jokic. Lets the 3 fly.
And that's where Green makes his biggest impact. He is a menace defensively.
Green with a screen on Murray. Curry kicks to Payton. Back to Curry. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 4. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Green with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. It's Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Jokic passes to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Jokic rising up.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
Warriors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And it's all said and done. Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
At the elbow, Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists tonight. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Curry finds Moody. Here's Green. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
It's Jokic inside.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Butler dishes to Curry. Launches it. Trains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
A
constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
And that one's good. Green.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
To the inside, Butler. Pass to Moody. 1:16 left to play here in the half. Denver's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game. He can take over games. Draymond doing just that in this one.
Jokic against Green. Gordon with the screen for Jokic. Down low. Butler against Gordon. Now Jokic. He has 6. 5 on the clock. Buries the long-range jumper. Murray's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
And operating off the ball, credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For Denver, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. From deep, Jokic. It's rebounded by Golden State. Curry fires from way outside. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nuggets lead by 3. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside, or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Pajemski out there with Hield. Kevon Looney out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at power forward. The rebound by Post.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
That's Russell's go-to. He loves to go right to the rim off of a drive.
Pajemski with it. Charges there. Pass to Looney for the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Charge outside. Beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
This is what you love to see. Westbrook sharing the ball with open teammates, making the right play. And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
That's tipped. Warriors trail by 11. Hield from outside. Sinks the triple. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You got to expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
charge with the screen for Westbrook. He takes it in from outside the arc. No good on that one. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Strother. Wide open shot is on the money. Strother's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Here's Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Watson's shot is good.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 20-7 run. The 3. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 16. Here's Kuminga. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Outside Westbrook fires the 3. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Left side, Kuminga. Here's Looney. No good on the triple. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. At one point, they led by 16. And another miss by Denver. Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Dives to the hoop, but Jemski's shot is good.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
For 3, Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Watson for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Back to Podziemski. To the paint. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Right side, Westbrook. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together.
The officials have 2 minutes to review the play.
Are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And so it's the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Warriors trail by 8. Before in the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Brown the pass to Jokic. Gordon with a screen on Green. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Bangs home the trifecta.
Not always a huge part of Jokic's game, but the three-point shot, he's becoming more comfortable taking it. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Jokic against Green. Jokic passes to Brown. Jokic with it. Now Payton defending. A nice shot by Brown.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find it.
Back to Murray from deep three-point territory. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Warriors trail by 11. Murray finds Butler. Back to Curry. And stolen by Murray. Lob pass to Gordon. It's tipped and stolen by Butler. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Moody. Three-pointer. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Here's Jokic. Lets it go from deep. And Jokic is good on the 3.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
Porter with the steal. Jokic with it. Now Green defending. A pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Payton kicks to Curry. Over Murray. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Porter. Over Moody. The Warriors pull it in.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Curry fires from way outside. The quick look, no good that time. The Nuggets leading by 15. Porter in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Curry, and he's finally able to knock one down.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
Jokic passes to Murray. And Curry has it in the corner. For Murray, gets the jumper from a corner to fall.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Jokic throws it down.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nuggets.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
Jokic with the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Jokic fires from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
That's a fantastic decision by Curry. Defense too focused in on Steph.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Another miss by Jokic. On offense, here are the Warriors. It's a 13-point game. There's the triple. Another 3 for Golden State. And a deep 3 from Jokic. And the miss. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown, thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. So
attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. Here's Murray. On the wing, Porter. Let's go with a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
The 3. Jokic grabs the board. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Randle, and it's good for 2.
And yeah, Randle is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Now here's Edwards. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Look, if Edwards is hitting that shot, there's not much you can do defensively to stop it.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Offensive board. Gobert passes to Edwards. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Edwards has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Gobert against Jokic. And he lobs it up. And Gordon with the big finish.
So this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
Randle outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Edwards for 3. Gobert finds Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Here's the 3. Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
And how about the trick move by the big man? I mean, nice pump fake from Jokic.
Head coach and 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic, joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
Denver has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. And they take the lead.
Yeah, guard-like skills in a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
Edwards looking it over. A minute 9 left to play in the first. And he's going for the oop here. Leaps for it. It's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball.
Nuggets ball.
Murray passes to Jokic. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Edwards on the take, and Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Jokic against Gobert. Pass to Jokic. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. They have to be set up for success.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Jokic, and the layup is good off the glass. Jokic has got 7 points in the game.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Dario Saric is out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Murray in at the 1. That's the group for Denver, getting going in the second. Denver in the lead. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Shots good by Saric. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Denver. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The shot by Brown, no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. Edwards with it. Now Porter defending. Gobert with a screen on Murray. To the inside. It's stolen by Saric. Here's Brown. Hits a three-pointer. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Edwards for 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Saric a screen on Conley. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And Denver making a change here. Jokic is checked in.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves. Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you gotta play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Now here's Jokic. He has 7. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. McDaniels against Porter. Gordon with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
and he's going for the lob. And Gordon with the big finish.
How many centers are capable of that? Jokic dictating action in a two-man game.
Edwards for three. Porter pulls it in. Denver has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Randall with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
This one for three. For three. The Joker knocks it down. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
From deep, Conley knocks down the triple. Conley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Pass to Jokic. From outside the arc. Nails it from 3. Jokic has got 13 now.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Outside Edwards. Ooh, Edwards with style and authority.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Here's Jokic, and Gobert with a block. Outside Conley. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The Nuggets trail. Jokic with it. He's got 13. Porter with a screen on Randall. Clock at 6. And here's Jokic outside. Oh, another miss by Jokic. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota. They're up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. They've got Miller, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Ingles in at the 3. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Yeah, this is how powerful Westbrook is at the rim. Looking like he wants to tear the basket down.
Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the 3.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
DiVincenzo against Westbrook. Saric, a screen on DiVincenzo. Westbrook drives. And then Westbrook slams it in.
When it comes to attacking the lane, Westbrook is incredible. One of the best drivers in the league.
The 3 ball. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. Denver leading by 3. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Westbrook with it, picked up by Reid, and finished off by Westbrook.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Reed. Pass to Miller. 4-3. Char with the rebound. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for Denver. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And finished off by Westbrook.
You can't give Westbrook a lane like this. You're just asking to get dunked on when you do.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Miller outside. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Nuggets lead by 4. From downtown, Reed with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ingles passes to Reed. Back to Ingles. The 3. Minnesota again missing. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Char's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, DiVincenzo. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And he comes up with a bucket.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Westbrook with a screen on Reed. Oh, there's Jokic with the touch. Nice.
You can tell Jokic has a good sense for the floor, using the pick and roll to get free for a shot.
DiVincenzo against Westbrook. Pulls up. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. And the shot is good by Westbrook.
In the paint, Westbrook's agility makes him a tough cover. He just slips past the D and gets his shot.
DiVincenzo finds Reed. And stolen by Jokic. Westbrook with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Back to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Char passes to Jokic. And it's Denver with another.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
Reed sets a screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Fires in the triple. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook with a screen on Reed. Westbrook outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Char. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists now in the game. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. Launches it. Unable to get that one. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. It's Denver up 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Russell Westbrook. Nikola Jokic is out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Jokic against Reed. Westbrook with a screen on Reed. Jokic. Now here's Westbrook. He's closely guarded. In the paint. Jokic going off.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Miller right side. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul of the game. And Denver will go for a different look here. Gordon, he's checked in for Chon-Chon. Porter Jr. comes in for Watson. Brown's checked in for Strawther. And Murray subbed in for Westbrook. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Appreciate the report, Allie. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. To the paint. Here's Murray. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own at times.
For three, Conley. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Brown. Fires the three. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 7 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 12. Knocks it loose. Edwards against Jokic. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. It's McDaniels on the wing. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Here's Brown. Counted from distance. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Back to Jokic. Kick by Murray. Beyond the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Kick by Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Fades back. Rebounded by Denver. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Jokic with it. Porter with a screen on Gobert. Outside Porter. Back to Jokic. Pass to Brown. From deep. And Conley grabs the miss.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, that's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Gobert gets the bucket.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Jokic slashes his way inside. Out to Gordon. The teardrop. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Jokic against Gobert. Jokic passes to Porter. They get the rebound. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 7-point differential. Edwards for three. Denver grabs the miss. The three is up. Gets the three ball to go. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. We saw the...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now with Grant Hill.
man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Now here's Edwards after the miss from Stephen Curry. Inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
Pass to Podziemski. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Back to Conley. Here's the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And it's Butler missing. Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Edwards passes to Gobert. Edwards looking it over. They get the rebound. Over in the corner, McDaniels shoots over Podziemski. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. For 3, Edwards drills it from outside.
And the touch on Edwards' shot is really nice. Gives it just enough power to drop in.
Podziemski finds Butler. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Conley. Intercepted. Butler sets a screen for Green. Pass to Moody. The kick outside to Butler. Shoots it up. No good there off the double clutch. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Gobert dishes to Conley. Over Curry. Conley's shot is off. The Warriors shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So we'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Fires away from way outside. Again, Curry missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now here's Edwards. He has 5.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding and rising up off the ground.
Here is Edwards. He's got 7. Randle outside. McDaniels, a screen on Butler. Randall with the bucket.
Nice play by Julius. Good decision maker in the pick and roll.
Butler passes to Moody. Curry with it. The kick outside to Butler. Outside Curry. Back to Moody. Curry with it. Basket counts. Curry's got 6. And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 4. And don't go up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And slam dunk. By Butler.
And that's Jimmy Butler with a great finish there. Good hands to catch the pass and throw it through.
Edwards kicks to Randall to the left wing. McDaniels gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Left side Butler, uncovered, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Butler's got 7 now in this quarter.
Butler can't get into the paint. He's got some offensive options. He has the touch from the mid-range.
That's a 2 from Randall. Kept alive, Minnesota. Out to Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Moody finds Green. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Here's Curry. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to McDaniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And here's Conley outside. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And you have to stay up on Conley. When you give him breathing room, he's a threat to pull up.
Butler is screen on Conley. Curry outside. Can't hit that one.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Conley's shot is off. Warriors trail by 6. Curry kicks to Butler. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry against McDaniel. Floats one. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
Like to see it when Steph has the confidence to try the floater just over the top of the defense and that soft touch, and it goes.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says, to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Podziemski. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Conley kicks to Randall. They need this. Another miss by Minnesota. The Warriors lead it. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Conley gets the bucket.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
On its way from Curry for 2. And a slam by Moody.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the 2-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to the wing. Here's Randall. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for 1 more at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Heady play there from Randall. He knows that contact is coming, so he gets himself into position, draw the foul, and still score.
Payton finds Hield. Back to Payton with 1 on the clock. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Golden State Warriors. He got to. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Miller in at the 4 slot. Good on both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Pass to Reid. And he hits the jump shot. Reeves got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Hield left side. There's a good screen. Kuminga, no good. And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Post misses the shot. Minnesota's gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. The Warriors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Hield. Hasn't made one yet.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point lane.
Here's Reid. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Driving to the basket. The Warriors pull it in. Payton outside. Pass to Kuminga. Takes the three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Minnesota leading by 4. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
Tipped away. Now Reed on the wing. Miller shoots the three. The rebound by Hield. Warriors have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Minnesota's gone 1-4 in three-point shots here in the third. All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. He continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly. His game is going to continue to grow.
And Kuminga throws it down.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by Minnesota.
Here's Alexander Walker. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Hield dishes to Payton. Outside, Kuminga. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Hield. Good on the three-point shot. Hield's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
Miller, the pass to Ingles. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 3 assists tonight. Three-pointer, Payton. Reed with the rebound. And here is DiVincenzo. He's got 8. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. Sinks the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And so it's Minnesota with a 14-point lead as we... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Second personal foul.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moses Moody is out there with Butler. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors' 5.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
And there's the drive. Fires for 3. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Moody.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Gobert with a wide open look. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Curry. And Gobert kicks to Randall. The shot by Butler, nobody around. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. Randall with the bucket.
The strength and the quickness and now the confidence coming along as Randall's able to score.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. DiVincenzo against Curry. 6 on the shot clock. High post try, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Here's Edwards. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Curry against DiVincenzo. Now here's Curry. And he's way off from outside. Now here's Edwards. Defended by Moody. Gobert the screen. Edwards from deep three-point territory. Outside for Randall. Outside Edwards. From the arc. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Curry passes to Green. Curry deciding where to go with it. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Green missing. Timberwolves leading by 11. Outside Edwards. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. Looking to get back on track here. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game. Butler finds Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Minnesota shooting 43% from the field. Edwards inside. Defended by Moody. And the basket by Edwards.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Here's Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Timberwolves.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Anthony Edwards.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Edwards with it. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Fires from way outside. The shot off that time. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come, thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Now Denver's starting 5. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3, and it's Murray in at point guard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, Curry is just such a fabulous shot maker. Really knows how to adjust his motion for any distance or defense.
Jokic against Green from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. And here's Curry. Porter pulls it in. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
The D has to get out on that because Jokic will make them pay if they don't.
Outside Curry. And the shot goes down. Curry's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And there's the lob. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Jokic.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Curry looking it over. Pass to Moody. The 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Butler finds Curry. That won't go either for Curry. Denver has gone 1 of 4 from deep. From deep, Jokic. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Porter from outside. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
And so Jokic will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon with a screen on Green. And here's Jokic outside. Rebounded by Butler. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Love the intensity from Curry, finding a way to work through the contact.
Jokic with it. Green picks him up. There's the triple. Out to the wing. Here's Brown. Off target from outside. Warriors trail by 3. And here's Butler outside. The rebound by Murray. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Out left to the wing. Brown. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists in the game.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
And the shot's good.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Denver leading by 4. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, Jokic, and the Nuggets hit again from deep.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Curry passes to Butler. Lets the three fly. Drills it from deep.
Tit for tat. Love that Butler came back down and delivered. Whatever you can do, he can do just as well.
Gordon with a screen on Green. From deep, Jokic. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's Denver. They're up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Hey, I know analytics shuns the mid-range game, but I tell you what, these guys have the shooters that can knock them down, and they're making it pay tonight.
On the court for Denver, Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Dario Saric is out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Murray in at the 1. Denver leading by 6. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Butler. Murray passes to Gordon. Outside for Porter. Pass to Brown. And here's Murray. And the three-pointer goes. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry passes to Butler. Butler right to the heart.
Excellent job getting that strong position inside. Butler doing work. Really nice.
Here's Brown. Takes the 3. No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one. For 3. Offensive rebound. Denver leading by 4. To the left wing. Let's go with a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Podziemski's got 4 rebounds now. Moody from outside. The shot no good. Denver has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Green, the pass to Butler. Podziemski with it. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Here's Brown. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
The shot by Butler, no good. Denver leading by 4. Murray deciding where to go with it. Launches it from deep. And they're running. Takes a 3. And the Warriors get it back. Curry against Murray. 5 on the clock. Here's Podziemski. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. And it's now just a 1-point Denver lead.
Yeah, you know what? This is exactly what Curry gives you. He can handle it, score it, pass it. He gives you an expanded menu.
And again, it's Denver missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Murray for three. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And hey, I mean, Murray will take the corner three when it's given to him. You got to chase him off this line.
Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a three.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Butler on the wing. Outside Pajemski. And here's Curry for three. There he is, the three-point king, delivers on cue.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Puts up a three. They get it back. There's the three. He drops it from range. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
They've got Buddy Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5, down low. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. It's good.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, Clark.
Well, not just self-confidence, BA. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has that in spades. He can get it done.
Whoa! Kuminga! Putting on a show out here!
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. Three-pointer off the mark. Warriors trail by 3. Hield with room to shoot. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And so Jokic will bring it up for the Nuggets. Great open look there.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Hield for 3. And the Warriors miss again.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Outside Watson. Jokic with it, and it's Hield picking him up. And there's the rejection. And they'll get another chance. Here's Strother. Outside Watson. Fires for 3. To the left side wing. Fades away. That shot, no good. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Hield from outside. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A 3 off the inbound. Lets it go from deep. The Warriors pull it in. Picked it out of midair. From the arc. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. The rebound by Payton. The Warriors have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. And the Warriors miss again.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter. To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Warriors trail by 10. From behind the arc. Here's Spencer. Back to Kuminga. Here's Payton. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets shooting 41% since halftime. They grab their own miss. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Hield. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3. Westbrook's got 6 points.
That stroke is all about focus for Westbrook. When he's dialed in, he's got his balance, mark it up.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The 3 is up. The shot no good. And so it's the Denver Nuggets earning this break in the action, up 10. A 3-point. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Leading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. And Denver, looking at who they've got to start the 4th. They've got Peyton Watson, Russell Westbrook out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard position. Warriors trail by 8. This one for 3. Chanchar with a rebound. And for Denver, they're shooting 41% in this game. Westbrook left side. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Curry. Oh, Curry with the touch.
Huge night for Curry in a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Jokic against Green. And again, Denver with a 3.
That makes it a triple-double for him. What a major impact he's had on this game.
Left side, Butler. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 15 here tonight. From deep. Warriors with the rebound.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
The 3 from Curry. Pass to Pajemski. Outside Moody. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets lead by 12. Now Westbrook. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Curry. He can't hit that time. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Jokic passes to Westbrook. The 3 hits the trifecta. Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter.
And their strategy is obvious. manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Denver making a change here. Gordon, he's checked in for Choncho. Michael Porter comes in for Watson. Brown's checked in for Strawther. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for Westbrook. Denver leading by 12. Here's Brown. And it's all from three-point range.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
A deep three. Oh, Curry making it look effortless.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on it.
And Murray launches it from deep. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
The offensive rebound. Outside for Butler. The three ball. Rebounded by Denver. Brown's got 5 rebounds in the game. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
From deep, Jokic. He buries it from 3.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Nuggets.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Nikola Jokic.
Boy, I thought he did a little bit of everything out there tonight, notching the triple-double in style. He was a difference maker.
Curry from... Oh, wow! How about that?
From long range.
Woo! Jokic against Green. Now here's Jokic. He's covered closely. And again, it's Denver converting.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Curry with it. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for